Now you'll notice originally we were set up at the 11th Street grade crossing to catch this northbound BNSF unit grain train. However, a police unit rolled through the grade crossing, and this would play an important factor in the video. We'll have more on that later. So I grabbed my gear and I got set up at the platform at the Amtrak station. And in addition to that northbound BNSF unit grain train that was rolling through on the Seattle sub, I was waiting to catch footage of a CPKC unit grain train that was waiting to take the lead and to drop down the hill and go into United Grain. Now, keeping this in mind, the crew had gotten off the train and there was a cop car that was still at the lot, which I showed at the beginning of the video. And then there was also another additional 2 or 3 police units that showed up on scene, and they were all kind of lingering. And the train took off. And I thought, well, they're going to pull a stowaway off that grain train, because if you ever look at the CPKC grain trains that come in, particularly out of Eastport, Idaho, on the hopper cars, they got a porch, and then there's a hole in which a stowaway can crawl into and stay relatively hidden and ride the train. And so I was figuring that the police were going to possibly pull a stowaway off before they got into United Grain, because usually, the crew knows where the rider is on the train, and they'll just pull the train up to a certain point, stop the train, and then the rider would get pulled off. However, I didn't have such luck, because pretty much as soon as the police showed up and then they lingered for a little bit, they all took off. that unit grain train took the lead, went down into United Grain. I got footage of that as well, and all is good.